EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 29, Powell. And Walker has it. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you profess. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. That one complete downfield to Eskridge. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Howell rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Kenneth Walker taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go play action. Howell. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now they go play action with Howell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Demario Davis able to get him for a loss of about 3.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Off play action. It's Howell. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, 30 yards. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to Walker on first down. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 43 yards. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The first down throw for Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down. Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. But there to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Demario Davis there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Faking the handoff. Howell. Flush to his right. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Fourth down, Howell. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And Jameis intercepted a third time. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's third. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Howell throwing on third down here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They go play action. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Kamara going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Again, Kamara. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From near the goal line, here's Howell. This is the tight end fan. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football. And Walker once more. And some room to work. And able to get this one out just